Hey cuties, what's up? It's me, Minnie, and I'm back again with another video. So the other day I treated myself to an eyeshadow palette. It has been quite a while since I purchased one, and it was a hard decision to make because Anastasia Beverly Hills just came out with the Modern Renaissance palette, and I knew that Kat Von D was releasing a limited edition palette called Serpentina today, July 5th, and it was going to be really hard to get. So when I really wanted that because the quality of Kat Von D shadows are phenomenal, and I had never tried an Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow, so I didn't know the quality, but I was really attracted to the colors of the ABH palette, and I knew that I had so many similar colors to what was in the Serpentina limited edition palette by Kat Von D, so I chose to get the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And as you can see, it's already kind of like stained because the packaging is like, it feels like the Naked palettes. It's like felty. So yeah, there's that. So first and foremost, I do like the light pink kind of mauvey dusty color that this is, but I don't really like the feltness to it because, you know, it's really easy to stain. So when you open this up, there was a protective sheet over all the shadows, and as you can see, I have already gotten into this quite a bit. I used it the very first day that I got it, and then there is this mirror, which also has a protective sheet on it as well. So I'm going to do finger swatches and brush swatches for you. So first thing I want to talk about is the brush. Here is the brush. It has like a blendy end, and it has like a detail-y kind of little fluffy end here. It's an okay brush, not my favorite, because although I was able to blend very well with this end, this started shedding almost immediately as I was using it. I am wearing these colors today, and we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, this started shedding all over my eye as I was blending, and I had to like pick the black hairs off of my face. So whatever. However, this end worked really nicely for highlighting under the brow and then getting some detail right here in the corners of my eyes. I didn't go underneath the eye today. I just didn't feel like it. But if I was going to, I think this would also work really well for that. So not too crazy about the brush. So let's talk about the colors. Just look, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 colors for $42. The quality is phenomenal. What really sold this to me was Stephanie Nicole's review. If you are not subscribed to Stephanie Nicole, please leave my channel right now and go to her channel and subscribe. This woman is so intelligent and so thorough with her reviews. She always gives such a fair review on everything. I love her. And if she says something is wonderful, it's wonderful. So she had just did a thorough review on this, and oh my God, I was like, yeah, I want this one. So I think you get some beautiful colors. You get some mostly mattes, but some shimmers as well. I tend to like matte colors. I have hooded eyes, and I like, I can't really go into my crease with shimmery colors because they will kind of just get everywhere. So the first color that I'm going to swatch for you is called Tempera, or Tempera, not like the food, Tempera, Tempera. So that's this color right here, and I'm going to do a finger swatch of it. So I am so white that you can barely see this on me, but that is Tempera, and I'm going to do a brush swatch right underneath this. I can't even see what I'm doing. So it's like, I almost feel like the brush swatch is better than the finger swatch, which really shows good quality because it's easy to get a very pigmented finger swatch for most palettes. So that's Tempera. Okay, and then I'm going to follow that up with, oh, there's some fallout because they're just so pigmented. We're going to do Golden Ochre, which is right here, which is kind of like a tan, yellowy color. I'm just going to put that right there. That's Tempera. This is a great transitional or like crease color. I've been going into my crease with this golden ochre like nonstop. And then there's the brush swatch. You can see how there's some like fallout because these are so pigmented. So definitely when you're working on your eye, make sure to clean off your brush or just give it a good tap before you go in, or just leave some loose powder under the eye to make sure you can sweep away any fallout, because these are so pigmented. There's fallout, but they blend so buttery and just so well. So then we have Vermeer, which is this color, which has a slight shimmer, and again, so buttery. And that is just like a pinky kind of shimmery color, which I love it. Love it. And then here is a brush swatch of Vermeer. And you guys, just so good. So from top to bottom, we have Tempera, Golden Ochre, and Vermeer. Next up, we have Bone Fresco. Bone Fresco. And that's a finger swatch. This is like I guess like a purpley taupe or something. Like, oh my gosh, you guys. I can't even speak highly enough about this palette. I am so glad that I went and got it. And they had plenty at my Ulta. So that's awesome. Okay, so there's a brush swatch of Bone Fresco. Then we're going to follow that up with Antique Bronze, which is the shade right here. And this is just, this is exquisite. This has a slight shimmer to it. And, oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just so in love with this. As soon as I got it, I was like, yes, I'm going to have to swatch this for everybody to see. In case you were thinking about purchasing it, you can get, you know, several different perspectives on how these colors look like on several different skin tones, because there's plenty of other people out there that have reviews on this. So that's the brush swatch of Antique Bronze. Next up, we have my favorite and most worn shade so far, which is Love Letter, which is right here. Okay, this feels drier when you put your finger in it, much drier than the other ones, not as buttery, but you know, that can be expected with different shades and different formulas. But oh my God, you guys, that's a Love Letter right there. That is a finger swatch. And then this is a brush swatch. So, I mean, I have been using this like nobody's business. So once again, we have Bone Fresco, Antique Bronze, and Love Letter. The next color is going to be Cypress Umber, which is this one right here. It's gonna get this. See, that one feels so buttery, much more so than Love Letter. So that, look at that brown. It's like I want to say it's a cool tone brown. Everyone sees color differently, so I'm not sure, but to me it looks like a cool tone brown. So that's the finger swatch, and then bam, there is the brush swatch. These are just so easy to like blend. Look at that. Just, I mean, it looks strange on my hand, but they're just really easy to work with. So we're going to move down to the second row of colors, and we're going to start swatching at the beginning with Raw Sienna. Once again, great transitional shade, especially like if you have a darker skin tone. Like, look at that. That is a beautiful crease shade for someone that's olive tone or darker skin tone. It's exquisite. So there's the finger swatch of the Raw Sienna. And then there is the brush swatch. Up next, Burnt Orange. This I've been using like crazy as well. That's this color right here. Okay, and I'm just gonna bring that right over here. This is a little bit more like peachy, and I can see that this one's a little bit more yellowy. So, Burnt Orange. And there's the brush swatch for it. So once again, Cypress Umber, Raw Sienna, and Burnt Orange. Primavera is the next color that I'm going to be swatching. I've been using this on the inner corners of my eyelids as well as up near the brow bone, and it is just so pretty. So there we have Primavera. Let me make sure I did that so you guys could see it. My lights are like so bright and I'm so pale that I'm like, can you guys see that? It's like a very soft gold. It's just so pretty. And there's the brush swatch for it. So, yep. Then we have Red Ochre, which, so good. This is just that 90s brownie red that is like grungy and very much in style lately. But I've always loved colors like this. I will always gravitate toward these burnt like red colors and grungy 90s colors. So here we have red ochre, finger swatch, and there's a brush swatch. And I am just using, you know, the brush that came in the palette. Okay, next up we have Venetian red, which is this color right here. This has a little bit of shimmer to it and it is just absolutely beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Venus from Lime Crime's original Venus palette. So Venetian red. And then there's the brush swatch for Venetian red. And I mean, for anyone who doesn't want to support Lime Crime, if that's a choice of yours, it's not my choice, but if I know there are people out there that don't like that brand, this palette could be like a really nice alternative for you. If you really always wanted the original Venus palette, you can get this one instead. So yep, that's Venetian red. So we have Primavera, red ochre, and Venetian red. And last but not least, we have Warm Taupe and Realgar, which I'm going to swatch for you right now. Warm Taupe is exactly what it says. It's a warm taupe, and it is just absolutely beautiful and buttery and just so nice, you guys. So here's your Warm Taupe. And then finally, Realgar, which is like a very... This to me is more of a burnt orange than the burnt orange in the palette, but whatever. It's gorgeous, and I'm absolutely in love with all of these colors. So Warm Taupe, Realgar. I think it's really important to show the difference between the brush swatches and the finger swatches, because in a lot of palettes, the people promoting them or the people that create them will show you finger swatches, which are always so pigmented, but then when you get them on your brush and on your eyes, it's like a completely different thing. So what I use today on my eyes are these four colors right here, which are Tempera, Golden Ochre, Raw Sienna, and Burnt Orange. And I think I used a little bit of the Cypress Umber here in the corner just to kind of deepen things a little bit. But the first day I got this palette, I wore Love Letter and Venetian Red and Realgar and the warmer red colors, and I wore them all day in like high humidity and rain to a concert where I sweat, and my eyeshadow stayed on all day long, and the only thing I had used underneath it was the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So 10 out of 10, I recommend this palette so much. It's absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to see, it is cruelty free, which is amazing. Got your little leaping bunny right there. This palette is only good for 6 months after you open it, which kind of sucks because there is no way that I'm gonna hit pan on all these in 6 months. There's just not. You know, I have I have powder shadows that I have used after the expiration date, but I always keep an eye on them and make sure they don't smell weird. I make sure they're not like moldy or anything like that. If anything looks weird or smells weird, I'll throw the palette out, but I think I can get more than 6 months of use on this. I just want to see if there's any more. It's made in the USA. Obviously you should do like a little skin test to make sure that you don't have any allergies to anything like this, but it does say that it is hypoallergenic and dermatologist tested. And you are getting the net weight of 0.7 grams or 0.002 ounces each with each shadow. So I think you're, you know, it's more expensive than some of the other ABH palettes in the past, but this is the first one I've ever got. And for $42, that's pretty standard for your eyeshadow palettes these days. And I'm totally happy with my purchase. I love it. And yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this swatching video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.